Hi there, my name is Jacqueline Lee, but please refer to me as Jackie or Jack. It is what I prefer. I just recently enrolled back into school after being away for a little while, so I am very excited to be taking this class and just be learning again. I am going to be majoring in digital communication with a minor in psychology. I plan to take everything that I learn at UTSA and really apply it not only to my professional life but my personal life as well. I work for USAA, and I do get them confused all the time, USA and UTSA, but work for USAA and hope to further my career there in their communication department. I am actually already kind of dipping my toes, so to say, there in communication, due to the fact that I was chosen to create content for their quarterly newsletter that will be going out into their entire P&C department. So this is probably what really jolted me to pursue a degree in communication, because they really encourage your educational degree there. So something else that I'm very passionate about other than communication and psychology would be my family. I have a large family. I have multiple nieces and nephews. And to give you a quick story here on the last time in my personal life that I felt like a hero had to be 4 days ago, which is crazy because it is very fresh in my mind. I was visiting my family at my parents' house. We all get together there once every about 2 weeks or so to hang out. I was sitting in the kitchen with just a couple of members of my family, eating chips and salsa, smelling the aroma of food cooking, and in that moment I heard screaming coming from outside in the backyard, which my parents' house has a beautiful large window that looks out into the backyard. I stood up immediately because it wasn't a normal scream. It was a scream you would hear out of a horror movie. So I knew something was wrong immediately. I felt it. I looked outside in worry, trying to see what was happening, and ended up seeing my nephew's hand covered in blood. My brother-in-law was grabbing his hand, holding it up. I looked at my brother-in-law, and he looked back at me with such fear in his eyes, and I knew immediately something was wrong. I ran outside. My nephew's mother, my sister-in-law, was running past me, yelling for someone to call 911. My nephew came around the corner of the decking, and I saw it. And in that moment, my heart dropped. A fountain in my parents' backyard had fallen and crushed his hand and cut off his thumb. It wasn't completely cut off. It was hanging by a piece of skin. My nephew is only 6 years old. He was screaming and crying in shock and in fear. And in that moment, you feel helpless. I paused for about 10 seconds because I don't think I knew how to feel or what to do. I looked over. I could see my mother. She was very pale-faced. She does not do good with blood. So she looked like she was about to pass out. After those 10 seconds were over, I think the adrenaline hit me because I sprang into action. I ripped off a piece of my clothing and tied it around Grayson's arm to stop the bleeding. From there, the rest of my family members ran outside, and we were all able to be in communication with each other on what to do. We got something to wrap his hand. We got a bag of ice to put it in. And some of us just calmed others down. My sister was very great at helping my nephew calm down in that moment. He was very brave. I I know I did all I could do, but you still feel helpless. There are parts of it that are very blurry, and I think that's what adrenaline does to you. It's like you move and you do what you need to do, but at the same time, your body's kind of in a stage of shock. He was able to get to the hospital and get his finger sewed back on and is doing very well. He had his follow-up appointment today, and they said that blood flow is going back to that finger, thank goodness. So yeah, that is my hero story. I don't feel like I was a hero necessarily in that story, but me and my family together did create the perfect hero. And I love that. I love that I have a family that has each other's backs like that, and that we can accomplish more in communication together by being there for each other and listening and having really good communication skills in that moment. So again, I am so thrilled to be jumping back into school again and just learning all that I can. My 3 main goals that I want by taking this class and for communication growth in this class is to develop critical thinking and analytical skills. I want to gain more insight and understanding of how communication is connected by just simply being human and how that works. And also to be more knowledgeable on the various contents of human communication and the terminology that coincides with that. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you. And please don't be shy and reach out if you need anything. Thank you so much. Bye.